All right, another great day. Starting off this Wednesday, BizDev Morning Brew. We are here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday through Thursday, every day at 7 o'clock. We, as in me and you, whoever you are watching, um, talking about business development, sales calls, sales prospecting, uh, talking to our prospects, talking to our customers, building relationships, all things business development, the business of our business, the lifeblood that makes our cash flow. So, many of the parts of the conversations have all flowed. See how I did that there? Flowed. They flow to a common denominator, and it all has to do with mindset. And no matter how many books you find on Amazon, no matter how many seminars you go to, no matter how many coaches or professionals who are offering their master classes or their sales courses, including the ones that I promote, all of it flows down to mindset. And you can really lose a lot of momentum getting bogged down with trying to skip this step. And you say, oh, my mindset's fine, I'm positively thinking all the time. Okay, let's really hone in on this and screw the nuts down and tighten this up just a little bit. Your mindset is a completely internal routine that needs to be given a little love every single day. So every time you prepare your routine, whether it be you get up in the morning, you have a cup of coffee, you do some yoga, or you get up in the morning, get up in the afternoon for that matter, and you read a mantra or you read a book or whatever, all these different routines that help you become the best you, give them a little love each time you do them. Put intention towards making it better each time. This will improve your overall performance as you're going through the day. So when you get into the mode where your subconscious is activating your routines and you're making them more and more and more habitual, present a little more emotion into it with love, with care, with a little more finesse. Do that stretch a little bit with a little bit more expression. When you're doing your meditations, you get a little bit more into the meditation, feel the meditation more, and you will see an incremental increase in progress. So a great story that I was told. It's written in a few books. I can't remember the exact book that I read that I saw this first, but there's a story about the German bike riding cyclist team that entered the Tour de France, and for so many years they couldn't win. They just couldn't win, and they wanted to figure out the best way possible. They had tried everything to win and they just couldn't win. And when they honed in on each individual thing that they did and increased their performance by just 1%, they were able to not only win 1 year, but I believe 6 years consecutive after that. And that proves one thing: it doesn't take a lot to make a lot happen. It takes little steps. And if you add just that extra 1% each day to improve your routine, to increase your mindset for the day, you will incrementally increase your performance. Ergo, that's even the right transition. You will incrementally increase your sales or your whatever end goal it is. If you're looking to make investments, if you're looking to build sales teams, if you're looking to open up a new business, all of the outcomes that you're looking to achieve increase that much more just by tweaking the knobs a bit each day. So with all of the changes in recent years in how sales are accomplished, it used to be back in the day, you used to just have a phone and you'd have a list, or if you were really in a hardcore sales area, they just had what was called the phone book. And it is actually a book with all of the phone numbers in your city, state, county. They used to deliver it to your house, and it would be dropped off in front of your business. And you would open up the book, and there would be advertisements in there. And the yellow pages is what they called them. And then the white pages would have residential phone numbers. And if you had a product that was going for residential, you would just start dialing in a specific section. Or if you had what I did quite a bit of was business to business sales, and you would call on businesses to offer your services to them, whoever was advertising. And this created the cold calling that we hear about today. You get on the phone and you basically just dial until you hear someone say yes. And embracing the idea that you are going to hear no a lot. And this is starting to become a fading trend. And I say that because with the social media and with YouTube and with podcasting and many different modes of being able to present an idea in your own programming, you're now able to make that presentation and send it out to thousands and thousands of people. So if you were on a cold call, if you started a cold call list, you could most likely, I've seen probably the most calls I've seen done in a 8 to 10 hour day would be about 600 calls. And that is power dialing. And we're not talking about back in those days, it was actually pushing buttons, sending out the 7 to 9 to 10 digits that you would need to dial. And hopefully you weren't having to dial an international number, because then you had to search for country codes, where you're not able to just hit redial on a pad or having a computer do it. You actually dial numbers. So when you're on today's world, if you're even setting it up to where you're working with a computer that's auto dialing, you still can only really get a maximum amount of 500 to 600 calls a day. And that's just insane amount of phone calls. You're not getting quality calls. You're not talking to anybody for any length of time where you're making a connection. You're just pressuring whoever's on the other end to just buy whatever you're selling, and you're looking to push it as fast as possible. This, unfortunately, is not, well, fortunately in my sense, but unfortunately for those who are doing it, is not a proper way of sales in today's world. And honestly, it wasn't a proper way of sales back then, but it definitely is not a way of making sales today. The consumer is much more in tune with products, product development, how products are sourced, how materials are made. YouTube provides you with so much information, as well as many other sources, where the consumer knows more about you than you know about them. So you need to use the methods that are taught, where anyone who tells you to build relationships, which is the core of sales, and that has been taught since the old days of Zig Ziglar. Look him up if you don't know who that is. Zig Ziglar. These are the essentials of building any type of business and sales. When you build a relationship, you are creating the trust that's necessary for them to make that decision. So when you are building up their emotion based on whatever product, if you're selling, eyeglasses, for example, you sitting there and saying you're presenting these glasses to someone, and they get emotionally attached to the idea of being able to see correctly. So you're giving your customer an emotional boost by allowing them to feel the fact that they're going to see. Now you have to give them a reason to back up their emotion to logically make a purchase. And this is the part of the relationship that we build. You're not going to achieve that connection of allowing them to feel the reasons behind buying something and actually have a logical decision to make, unless you build a relationship. You can influence someone to just make a quick decision, and then you have buyer's remorse. which is the worst thing to have in sales. Now you have a customer, especially in today's world, who has access to numerous outlets to talk about you in a negative way that will impact future sales. Because the worst customer leaving your door is a disgruntled customer that will now create 5 to 10 other disgruntled customers who haven't even stepped into your store or seen your website. So this is an important thing to understand when you're starting in the morning with your routines and you're building up your mindset and you're incrementally increasing your value as you step into the world. The sales industry is growing rapidly. There are more and more people entering sales every day, and more people are haphazardly going into sales with the gift of gab and the understanding that they can move and shake. And those who take the steps to understand the nuances of sales and understand the psychology of buyers and understand that you need to work on you much more than you're working on your products, and presenting yourself to the world is how you're going to win over a sale. I've sold almost anything you can think of, with the exception of vehicles and real estate. I've stayed away from selling like cars, boats, RVs, and things of this nature, and I have stayed away from real estate. And anything else as far as materials are concerned, services are concerned, I have been in the war room selling them. And the biggest thing that has always translated to sales is me, and it never has been the product. I've sold some seriously innovative technological products that you would look at them and go, wow, there's no way. All I have to do is put this on the table and someone is going to buy this. Or all I have to do is put this on the internet and someone is going to click and buy it. And nothing improves sales more than my presentation of myself to the customer. And that is when more sales started coming along. And they came in different ways. Some of them are referrals, some of them are just natural as the flow of energy starts to come around, and you can't even explain the cosmic forces that are involved, where you are attracting more people to you based on your energy levels. And also you wind up finding this interesting way of being able to not only present your product with that upped energy, you also begin to understand the people that you're talking to, and you can pinpoint who is the person that needs your product the most or service the most. I see this a lot in financial industry. You can find a lot of people who sell insurance and sell financial services who can not just seek you out in a crowd, and they can find out based on just a handful of questions, yes, you need my service. Yes, I can provide service for you. And not only will you succeed in everything that you're looking for, but you will invite me over for dinner and have me watch the kids for the weekend. It's going to be that kind of a relationship. And it just takes that initial starting point and incrementally increasing the value in that. So with all that said, mindset really starts with you internally understanding your improvements and working on turning that knob, tightening down those brackets, and figuring out where you're going with this newfound increase on a regular basis, and taking those little bits of increased energy and presenting them as value to your prospects and customers. So if you have any type of issue, or you're looking at you're struggling with a specific pain point in your sales cycle, please let me know. Just give me a call or give me a shout in the direct messages, or put in a comment. Send me a message, and let's see how you and I can get on this call and really break down where your pain points are, and find your avenue to the best strategy to get the best results. BizDev Morning Brew. BizDev Morning Brew here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday through Thursday. Friday will be the bonus day, where we'll go over something very special. Got some very interesting things happening this week that I am going to share with you on Friday that I believe will ignite your weekend, that will recharge your Monday mornings. And remember, Monday mornings make money. So what I want to offer you on Friday will give you that extra boost to start this following week coming up. So look forward to that. And yeah, send me a message. If you want to get on this call with me Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, or Arizona time, which is currently the same as California time. Mountain Standard Time, Arizona, 7 a.m. BizDev Morning Brew. We'll see you next time. Thanks.